Hello and welcome to Sunset TV. I'm your host Muskan Malik, and today we are diving into an exciting topic: how content creation in India is booming and how government, especially under Prime Minister Narendra Modi, is stepping in to recognize content creators. We have a special guest with us, Hardik, a successful content creator who is here to share his journey and some valuable insights. Let's get started. So let's talk about something we all have noticed. Content creation is exploding in India, right? I mean, everywhere you look, there's a new creator popping up on YouTube, Instagram, or some other platform. And with affordable internet and rise of smartphones, it feels like anyone can start creating content. A recent report said India now has over 450 million social media users, and that's huge. A lot of them are creators just like you. Brands are noticing this too, which has really turned content creation into a legit career option. The best part, the government is getting in on this too. They are not just watching from the sidelines, they are actually stepping in to support this growing industry. Under Modi's leadership, there have been several initiatives aimed at giving creators like you the tools, trainings and opportunities you need. For instance, there's Digital India campaign. It's all about making sure India becomes a digitally empowered society. That includes getting more people online with high-speed internet, which is crucial for creators to reach a bigger audience. And then there's the Skill India program. You might have heard about it. It is one of the Modi's government big projects. They've added digital content creation to their training modules, teaching skills like video production, editing, and digital marketing, so young creators can actually learn skills they need to succeed. But enough of me. Let's hear it from someone who's living this dream. Ladies and gentlemen, Hardik Banga. Welcome to the show, Hardik. We're so glad to have you here.
Thank you so much, Muskan, for having me. I'm really excited to share my journey with you.
You've been in the content creation journey from a few years, right? Tell us about your journey. How did you get started?
Honestly, I always wanted to be someone who is just in front of the camera. I was in 10th grade when I started making videos. But now professionally, it's been 3 years I'm making videos. I started this as absolutely a hobby where I was just promoting my edtech business I had in college. And with time, one of my business story actually went viral. And I was very happy and I actually saw potential in this format and this profession. So I keep creating content from last 3 years. And one fine day, I tried to just pivot from business stories to emotional stories to mental health. And that really worked for me. And now I'm creating content around lifestyle, fashion, and a lot of things on internet. And it's been a great journey with my consistency and authenticity towards my audience. It's been a hell of a ride.
That's inspiring, Hardik. Consistency seems to be your key. What strategies do you use for your audience to grow? If someone wants to start content creation, how should they build their following?
I think it's pretty much simple. It's like doing certain things every day. In any profession in this world, if you're showing up every day, you tend to build something very huge. And in content creation, it's more about yourself before the audience. So it's like if you're authentic with your audience, if you are just being yourself, there are thousands of people who will relate to your story. You just have to be yourself in a decent manner, of course. And a lot of people, thousands and lakhs of people will definitely connect with you. And when you show up every day, a certain platform tends to reward you very easily.
That's great advice, Hardik. Now with government recognizing content creators as a legitimate career option, how has this impacted you and other creators, and has it changed the way brands approach you and the way they look at you and the opportunities that come to you?
Of course, when a certain thing becomes a profession and government loops in, it becomes very easy for brands and other agencies and other MNCs to loop in. And of course, with government being in, the people on content creators have more trust. It is more legitimate now. Brands are more interested now. They are keen to know what this industry has to give them. Creator economy has been boosting, and with the support of government, it will only get mainstream and big.
I love hearing that. And speaking of opportunities, monetization is a big topic which is very important for creators. Besides these ad revenues, how do you and other creators make a living out of monetization?
So it's like monetization is very important in any profession. So when you start this as a hobby and when you're starting actually making money from it, becomes a profession, right? That's the only difference between a hobby and a profession. It becomes a profession when you actually make money from it. So major things are collaboration with the brands. When brands endorse us, give us sponsorship to promote their brands and about their products, the major chunk of money comes from that. And of course, with more creativity and collaboration with other creators, starting out their own agencies, brands. Creators are now doing a lot of things. They're starting out their own merchandise, they are giving up agencies, they are giving up talks, they're doing a lot of stuff. They're actually teaching the younger audience, and practical knowledge has been spread by the creators, which is one of the key points when monetization takes place.
That's amazing. Hardik, for someone who's just breaking into the industry and who does not know where to start content creation from and what's the best way for them to break into the industry, any resources or communities you would suggest for them?
I think if you have someone who is into content creation and you know them personally, just sit with them. They will tell you how to start. And of course, when you do something, do it with all of your heart. And if you're a little bit passionate about something, just do it every day for a year, I think, and it will give you fruitful results. So yes, if you want to start, this is the perfect time to start. The industry is growing, we are getting mainstream, and within a years, this will boom, I'm very sure. And with government looping in, it is one of the legitimate professions as well. So if you are someone who wants to start content creation, this is the right time. Come on, we can rock together.
Thank you for those insights. Let's circle back to the government and their support in creating content creators and them making an impact. I mentioned Skill India program earlier. How do you see Skill India and other government initiatives looping in and helping the creators?
So I just said that government looping in creates a very good trust and legitimacy in the profession. With Skill India coming in, I think there are a lot of courses, video editing and content creation. So this actually educates a lot of people, youngsters, to actually see this as a career and pursue this as a career.
That's encouraging. And what about the National Creators Award, which was recently introduced? And how do you think this kind of recognition will help the content creators?
So it's like having trust and someone's hand on your head. It's been a game changer. A lot of creators are being recognized in National Creators Award. And when you actually get award for something, you feel very much full and secure that this is actually a profession and I am doing a right thing for my country and people who actually follow me. So yes, anyone who is getting awarded, it's a huge, and when it comes from the government, it creates a different level of trust.
It's wonderful to see content creators being celebrated at such high level, Hardik. Also, do you think this will encourage more diversity in terms of content creation and in terms of content that we see online now?
Absolutely. People from different cities, even from small cities, villages, are coming up and creating content. So that's crazy thing happening in India right now, that from people from different backgrounds, religions, regions are coming in and doing a lot of stuff. You have seen regional creators from many states.
Absolutely.
And it is absolutely stunning that people actually connect with certain language, with certain region more.
So I see the future of content creation booming with a very fast pace. With all of this support and recognition, where do you see this industry getting in the next few years?
I've already said it and I will say it again. We are getting mainstream. This is the right time to jump in if you want to start content creation. And this will go far, very far. And government is also looping in. It is becoming a legitimate profession. So I think you should just not wait. And within few years, we will be on the top very easily.
That's amazing. Also guys, before we wrap up, let's switch gears. I want to touch on another exciting development, government-sponsored internships that were introduced in 2024 Union Budget. These internships aim to give young talent practical experience in fields like digital media, content creation and whatnot. Hardik, how important it is for young creators and for the aspiring creators to grab these opportunities?
I'm sure people at Sunset TV are also interning. So it's like a very good opportunity from the government that they are being recognized to young talents, and young talents are actually getting opportunities to work with bigger authorities and content creators as well. So it's like giving practical knowledge. And one thing education needs, and it is getting done in India as well, that people are actually getting practical knowledge now. So when a youngster does an internship at some place, he or she acquires a lot of knowledge which is actually required in this world. So I think with government giving internships to youngsters, it is one of the best things to do. And youngsters taking it and grabbing this opportunity is very well implemented, and they're actually learning a lot of practical skills which will help them in shaping their future as well.
Exactly. I think I can personally attest to what you just said. These internships, during my time at Sunset TV and my internship at the Indian Parliament, I gained the first-hand experience in digital media. You know, learning theory is one thing and getting a practical experience
Absolutely.
on field is another thing,
Absolutely.
which I think Sunset TV gave me the stage to present myself and to, you know, learn the basics and the in and outs of the industry. So that was an amazing opportunity. I really wish they have more opportunities for people to come in.
Absolutely.
These internships are not just about learning skills. They are about building confidence, building your network as well with the industry professionals and understanding the digital landscape. And from the practical perspective, of course, for anyone who's listening this and is interested in content creation, I would highly recommend you guys to come in. Again, grab these opportunities. It can truly be a game changer for your journey as well. Thank you so much for sharing your insights today. It has been an enriching conversation with you, and I'm pretty sure our listeners would have gained a lot of valuable information from this conversation. Before we sign off, is there anything that you want to convey finally to our listeners? Any final piece of advice?
Sure. Not just in content creation as a profession, in any profession, show up every day. If you are passionate about something, do it with all of your heart and brain for at least six months to 1 year, and it will get you results and you will be something in that profession. I am 100% sure about it, and you should have that belief in yourself as well.
Thank you so much, Hardik. Thank you so much for your insights. It was a pleasure having you here at Sunset TV.
I'm grateful to be here and share my experience with you all, and I hope people from different careers actually see this as a profession more and actually indulge in it and become content creators in this digital space.
And to our listeners, thank you so much for tuning in to this episode. We hope you have found this discussion on rise of content creation in India and government role in supporting creators insightful. If you're truly inspired by today's conversation, do not hesitate to explore opportunities available to you, whether it's through government internships, government programs, or just starting your content creation journey. If you've enjoyed this episode, make sure to subscribe to our podcast and turn for more discussions on how digital media and government initiatives are shaping India's future. Until next time, keep creating, keep learning, and keep pushing your boundaries for what's possible in digital world. This is Muskan signing off.